Hello, it's the Coaster Craze, and for my first video of 2018, I'll be ranking all 7 roller coasters at the Walt Disney World Resort in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, comprised of 4 different amusement parks. So let's get started with my number 7 pick, Barnstormer at Magic Kingdom. So this coaster, there's not like too much wrong with it at all. It's just a solid family coaster, but it's like just that. It's probably more of a kiddie coaster, honestly, than it's the most kiddie coaster of all these on this list. And it's pretty smooth, has some fun turns and cute theming, but that's about it. Overall, it's just not that exciting of a ride, and the other ones on this list are just a lot better. At number 6, I have Primeval World, which are a pair of spinning coasters, spinning wild mouse at Animal Kingdom, and they're just pretty standard reversion spinners. They're fun, they're not too intense, but they definitely have some like intensity to them. But just the top 5 are just more original with better theming and better layouts. Now at the 5 spot, I have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, the newest coaster at Disney World. And this is a really solid mine train. It's a little weird that Magic Kingdom got one since they already have Big Thunder, but this is really cool how it has the swaying cars. I've never ridden that, and I didn't think it was a gimmick. I think it added a good intensity to it. And I love how it starts off with that drop out of the station. It was a really fun coaster with some amazing theming and great animatronics, and overall it's really a really fun ride, but just doesn't have the length or intensity as the top 4 picks. Number 4, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. So this is a complete classic. It's at Magic Kingdom, and it is like the template for all the different like mine trains, and it is one hell of a mine train. It's my favorite mine train, and I got the chance to ride back row this past summer, and boy, it has some really solid ejectors surprisingly, and some good intensity. It's got 3 lift hills and good length, and some amazing theming as you can see throughout the layout. So it's just a really fun coaster to experience, and I think it's really underrated. It's a really awesome ride, but the top 3 are just that much better and just bigger and more intense rides. At the 3 spot, I have Space Mountain, the oldest coaster at Disney World. And this actually 2 separate coasters, but I'll just be counting them as one, and it is one hell of a ride. At first, when I rode it a while back, I thought it was just some rough family aero, but then I rode it again and I realized it's pretty darn smooth. It's got some really nice ejector on the drops, and it's actually pretty intense because you're completely in the dark. It's got some cool theming like with all the stars, and overall it's just a really fun coaster. I rode it twice, back row and front row. It's super awesome. This should not be overlooked. Expedition Everest is at the number 2 spot, and this is a great Vekoma. It's really smooth, and it's a very long ride experience, having like a pre-lift section with some helixes, then there's the really big lift, and the backward section, the indoors like section, and then the drop out of the mountain, which is really cool. The theming is awesome. I love like how it's like this whole experience, like with the backwards and like how the track ends and the switch track. It's just a really unique ride, and I love it for that. And my favorite Disney coaster is Rock and Roller Coaster, which was my first ever coaster with inversions, and I loved it. It was super smooth. I love the launch. It was super powerful. I got to ride towards the front and the back. The inversions are great, give you good hang time. I love the theming and how it's like in the dark, but you see all this cool scenery of like Hollywood and like the musical soundtrack of Aerosmith to it. Overall, this was just a really intense and fun coaster, and really just got me into the more thrilling roller coasters way back when I was like 10 years old. So that does it for my list. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more rankings and reviews and other coaster related content coming soon to Coaster Craze. So see you guys later.